All right, hey, to get back into this video, I hope that you saw the video that I posted yesterday. That was the first 4 days of this like 9 day catch up. I ended up losing a bunch of footage, so I'm just trying to go through it all just like from memory. And the previous days was November 21st through November 24th. This will be November 25th up until today, November 30th. So let's just get started right with November 25th. This day was the day that it actually started snowing here in Denver. It snowed all day. I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning and it looked like this outside and it was snowing. I ended up going back to bed, getting up a couple of hours later. This day I started looking into getting health insurance because my health insurance ends actually today on the 30th. I made the mistake again of using one of those forms to just get my information out to a bunch of different companies and compare rates. So that was a mistake on my part. I ended up getting about 40 calls from health insurance brokers every probably 3 to 5 minutes for a couple of hours. I ignored all of the calls. Nobody leaves any voicemails for some reason. And then I ended up talking to one guy. He ended up emailing me instead. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll talk to him. We sat on like a Zoom call for what seemed like 2 hours. He wasn't really accepting the fact that I was saying like, I'm not going to pay $200 a month for health insurance that doesn't cover like a bunch of things. It doesn't cover therapy. It doesn't cover anything like that. And he just kept coming up with like new plans, like showing me another plan that might work for me, and like none of it worked. So I ended up just telling him like, oh, I'll look them over, I'll get back to you about it. So he wanted to call me back in a couple of days to see how everything's going. He just like kept on trying to like sales tactic me into saying like you need a backup in case like anything happens, and that it's a legal agreement that's good to have. So when I actually did talk to him a couple days ago, I let him know that like I don't want any of those health insurance plans. They all suck. And he was like, you should really think about having one. Like he just kept going after that. So I just like stopped answering him. This day, the 25th, I tried to fix my Uber app. I logged in because I wanted to try to do some ride sharing. Like I wanted to go and pick up people and drive them to their destinations. I could just go up to the Denver International Airport and get customers. I ended up messing up my account. I changed my account from Syracuse in New York to Denver, and it asked me for a bunch of stuff, and now my account's like all locked and I can't change my location back to Syracuse. They're not accepting my Denver car insurance in like the Syracuse area. So everything's kind of messed up with Uber now, and I'm not really sure how to fix it. Outside of that, just worked on videos, editing, ended up making a Beyond Burger for dinner. I forgot that I really don't like them. They have like a weird taste. I prefer Impossible burgers. But I ate that, started watching a K-drama called Duna. The heat inside my house this day ended up stopping. Like that thing, that the thermostat, it ended up like not kicking on or anything. Like I could turn it up as high as I want. It would never kick on. Of course, the day that it starts snowing, it's super cold outside. The heat has to stop working. Like, how timely. But I just ended up hanging out in the living room. I have a fireplace right there that I just burnt a bunch of wood to heat the house, and just hang out here in the living room with the cats and just worked on videos and just had kind of a relaxing Sunday night. Next, on the 26th, I woke up, started out my day with Duolingo, learning some Korean. Also like going through Instagram because they're showing me a bunch of like Korean stuff, so just learning a bunch of that. I ended up checking out a bunch of the Walmart deals that were ending that day. Just kind of relaxed for the morning, watched some K-dramas that weren't available on Netflix and they were available through other apps. Once I got up and I came out here to my desk, I ended up seeing that on the balcony there was like smoke coming from the balcony. My potting seed soil and my seed starting soil, they kind of caught on fire. I'm not sure if they actually did caught on fire, but they were just like smoldering and smoking. I imagine because somebody threw like a cigarette butt or like some other type of butt, I'm not sure if I can say that on YouTube, off of their balcony, and it ended up like getting blown and it just landed on the soil and caught the plastic on fire or melted it or whatever. But I went out there, I had to pour over 2 gallons of water on the soil to get it to stop smoking. It sizzled a ton. And of course, it's like 25 degrees outside, so it made a bunch of ice out there where I poured all of the water, and it was like dirty water, like literally like dirt water, like mud. After this, I just went back to like working on my apps, trying to see if I could get anything like up and ready to go. I worked on Uber, tried to fix it. I still couldn't. Everything's messed up. So I decided I'd work on DoorDash because that one was kind of messed up too. I wasn't able to log in. I ended up fixing DoorDash. I got everything to work, verified my identity, and actually was able to start dashing again. I just continued to make more plans and get more video topics ready for the next couple of days. I had to spend most of the time like in here by the fire just because it was cold with no heat in the apartment. Put in a work order to have that come get fixed. And then made a rotisserie chicken salad for dinner. Watched a K-drama that I started a couple of months ago that I never ended up finishing. I still haven't finished it. I just watched like a couple episodes. But yeah, just hung out and had a pretty relaxing night, honestly. And then on Monday the 27th, I got up probably like 9 or 10 o'clock. Ended up going to the gym first thing in the morning. I just did rowing and then I did like bench presses. While I was in the gym, I was talking with my friend. I was talking to her about how to fix my Roadie account. She said that she had a number for Roadie that I could just text. So I figured that I would text them later on in the day. But I was talking about making these Chinese stir-fry vegetables with like white sauce. I just really got a craving for it. So it's like, oh, I'll go to Costco, get another rotisserie chicken, like break it all apart, remove all of the bones, and then make soup from all of the bones. That way I could like make that into the sauce for the mixed vegetables that get stir fried. So I ended up going to Costco, got that rotisserie chicken, got a bunch of vegetables as well. I got some carrots, onions, celery, broccoli, French beans, and salmon. The salmon I just wanted to get so I could cut it up and make it into a bunch of meals. This piece of salmon that I got, I ended up cutting it up into 10 different portions, and then I froze them so that way I could just defrost it and air fry it when I'm ready to eat it. The mixed vegetables I wanted to make, it's like the mixed vegetables that you get at a Chinese restaurant in a food court. I don't know if you've ever had that. After going to Costco and taking care of all of the food and everything, I ended up editing the video that came out that day on the 27th. It was the second vlog video that I made, and then I started working on editing the third vlog video that came out the next day. I ended up trying to text the Roadie support. She reminded me about that later on in the day. So I texted them. They told me that it's only for active deliveries, that number, and they gave me another number and an email address to use. I've already been emailing with them and it's not very fruitful, so I ended up just giving them a call. All I needed to do was get my phone number changed because my phone number was my old phone number and I don't have access to it anymore, so I couldn't receive the text message to get the code to log in. It took probably 10 minutes and my account was already back up and running. So now I actually do have Roadie and I'm able to view all of the orders and take orders now. Once I finished that, it was time for dinner. I made some pies as well while I was getting ready to make dinner. I made a matcha pie and an ube pie. And then for dinner, I made some miso soup and then had a couple of chicken wings that I made like a barbecue sauce for. On the 28th, I finished editing up that third vlog type video that's more like this video. And then I recorded the video that came out today, the 30th, the video about the best app to save money on gas. I wanted to record it that day, start getting it edited, so that way I could have it published today. And then I started looking at Roadie orders. I wanted to see if there was anything good on Roadie that I could take right now. There wasn't really anything that I saw that was too good. There was like a lot of tire delivery orders, but it was like just tires and it paid like $10. It said that it would take about 35 minutes and it's tires. I have a sedan, so I'm not sure if I would be able to fit it all in my car. My Deliver That bags actually arrived that day on the 28th. These bags. So that's kind of cool. It comes with like this, like a port. It says like the delivery portal, gives all of that information, and then this you put on your rearview mirror and it says catering delivery in progress. The bags are like big catering bags. That way you can fit all of the items into the bag and keep them warm or keep them cold. Let me see. Yeah, it looks like there's 2 of those, and then there's one that's like It's big, but it's like just that material. It doesn't have any insulation or anything. So because this came in the mail, I started actually using the Deliver That app. I started looking at orders. I had an order come in that day that I accepted. It was the first order that I saw. It was like really close by to me and I accepted it. I didn't know like how to really, I guess, look at everything in the app that I need to be able to see. So I accepted it. I was looking at it and it said the compensation was only like $9.52. So I ended up canceling the order after I took some screenshots of it. Afterwards, I was going through the screenshots and I realized that there was a $20 tip on top of it. So it would have been like a $30 order. That would have taken the next day and it probably would have taken me probably 30 minutes to complete. So I messed up on that. They stopped sending me orders after I canceled that order. So I spent the rest of the day like learning all that I could about Deliver That and like what I should be looking at, what I should be trying to see. Then I did the first pass of editing the video about saving money on gas. After that, just ended up calling it a day. I did end up recording a vlog on this day that was supposed to be this video, but for some reason it didn't save and I can't find it anywheres. I ended up cooking that vegetable stir fry that night after all of the bones were like cooked and everything. That took a whole day for the bones to break down and everything and to make like a really good broth. And I ended up having that with just a piece of salmon. Next up, yesterday, I finished everything that I needed to get that third vlog posted. I mostly spent the day editing that video that came out this morning, or I guess this afternoon actually, about saving money on gas using Gas Buddy. I just went through all of the other video topics that I have and trying to pick out the best ideas for the next week. Outside of this, I spent more time looking on Roadie, just trying to see if there was any good orders. I didn't really see anything that I wanted to take. It was still mostly tires. There was a couple of really huge gigs that I saw on Roadie. So I was like considering and looking into like renting out like a truck or a cargo van or something. I'm trying to find like a company that has unlimited miles and trying to see like if the cost of renting it would even be feasible because it is going to be like a $60 investment. And if I don't make like, I don't know, if I don't make like a couple $100 that day, then it probably wouldn't make sense to do that. After this, I went and got some sushi. I went to King Soopers, got some sushi and some Lactaid chocolate milk. So I had that for breakfast and then ended up having the sushi for dinner later on in the day. And yeah, the rest of the day, like pretty much just spent the whole day editing that video that came out this morning, collecting screenshots, trying to just make sure that it was a good video and set it up to go live today. It went live about 2 hours ago. And then yeah, today's the 30th, November 30th. I woke up super early this morning at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Didn't get back to bed until probably 4 or 5. Kind of felt exhausted. I'm not that sick anymore, thankfully, like it's going away. But yeah, I just filled out like the description and everything and uploaded the thumbnail for that video. I need to make some food here shortly. This morning I was trying to find the footage for this video. I couldn't find it anywheres. I have no idea where the footage went. Like some of it's there, but I can't even use it, and I don't know where the rest of it went. Today, I'm just gonna work on editing the previous video, and then I'll probably edit this one too. These videos take way less time to edit than my other videos, so just gonna try to get that done real quick. That way, I have 2 of these videos done, and now you guys are all caught up to like present day. Essentially, it'll probably be like 1 or 2 days behind, like just because I have to edit it. But yeah, gonna get that all done. I gotta figure out the next video like about gig work that I'm gonna do. Considering doing like all of the catering apps, things like that, but there's a ton of them. I've found like 60 different apps, so I'm just trying to like get everything all put together in like a coherent way or cohesive way. Coherent, I don't know. Now you're all caught up with, I guess, everything that's been going on since the 21st. Tomorrow starts December. Gonna really try to finish this year out really strong and set myself up for next year. That way all of my plans come to fruition. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And if you're not subscribed, hit subscribe so that way you can stay tuned for everything that's gonna come. Yeah, I know that this was a lot of just like sitting here talking. Sorry about that. I think that every day when I take the videos, I'll throw them onto my hard drive so I have them because I don't know what happened to my phone that I don't have the videos. So I apologize for that, and thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you in a couple days. Bye.